Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Happy Samhain, or indeed, if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, Happy Beltane. Now, both of these festivals, Earth festivals, are festivals of fertility. They really are major turning points in the Earth's calendar. In pagan traditions, Samhain is the beginning of the new year. It's also a celebration of the cycle of death and rebirth. It's a time when the veil is thin. So today we are asking about a great blessing that is imminent, something that is coming really soon, that is actually being assisted by the turning of the wheel, by the change of energy. And so, beautiful souls, we have 3 piles to choose from. I've got some really gorgeous, very earthy cards. Beautiful little pumpkin. Very earthy cards today. Beautiful spiders joining us. And three, we have a feather, a shell, I should say 3 objects, but we have a beautiful feather. This is an owl's feather, a shell, and a beautiful hagstone. All of these I have found. It just felt so important to be connected with the earth today, and to have things rather than bought crystals, to have things that have arrived in a way that was very present to the earth herself. So beautiful souls, Moon Magic superstars. Welcome back if you are returning. Welcome if you're new. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I'm very humbled, very honoured to be reading for you. There's a real magic in the air today, but there always is, I feel, around these turning points. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world that is challenging at the moment, but let's find out what great blessing is actually imminent for you. Sometimes when these big shifts and turns are happening, there's a lot of challenging stuff in the world, as well as, the good stuff that can then emerge. So let's find out. Let me show you the cards for the different piles. So with the owl feather, we have expression. So this is for pile 1. For pile 2, with the shell, we have attention. That's for pile 2. Move my feather back. And then for pile 3 with the hagstone, we have support. That is for pile 3. Okay, so my beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the video running as I always do, just for a little bit longer in case you need a bit more time. The timestamps are below. As always for you guys, I will list all the cards that I'm using, so if there's any that you really like and you want to be able to sort of find them and check them out, they are also in the description below. And yeah, I'll leave the video running a few moments longer. If you need even longer, just press the pause button, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. This is magical. It's about, this expression card is actually about embracing joy. It's about you, I suppose, not being afraid to be visible. Not being excuse me, I just want to focus the camera. I wasn't sure if it was quite in focus. Even that feels right. It's like the focus can be on you. You can experience joy, something that was suppressed or wasn't allowed before in you. Now, I don't know how that will manifest. We need to draw far more cards before we can really get into the messages in your reading. But I think the biggest blessing that underpins possibly, well, whatever it is that might arrive in your world in real terms, the biggest blessing is that you don't have to be afraid to be seen anymore. Owl feathers also draw in. The energy of an owl feather literally draws in energy. If you were working in healing, you wouldn't use an owl feather if you're trying to cleanse somebody who needs to release something, because it would draw it back in further. It would be like the wrong energy. I keep my owl feathers in the fridge actually, because it's really important that they're not just drawing in energy randomly. So I kind of keep them. They're kept very, very safe, with a great deal of reverence, but in the fridge, because that keeps the energy stationary. And then they come out to play every now and then, like for today's reading. That was probably just me moving it, but I saw the whole feather move there. Look, now, yeah, there we go. It probably just is the wave of the wind of my hand. But there is, energy is coming into you. What is it that's coming in, I wonder? The great blessing is that you are free to be seen. You can be visible. You can light. It's like being lit up by something. Wondering what it is that lights you up. Let's find out. Let's draw your oracle cards first. May we kindly draw cards. What is the great blessing? We have 2 from this pack for you. What is the great blessing that you are bringing in? That doesn't feel right. Actually, that one. Ooh, and that one. Okay, I'm going to draw one of these as well. These are beautiful little cards. They just have messages on the reverse as well. They do have. So we'll draw from this pack too and see what the message is that's showing up. Oh, look at that. Isn't that magical? I'll draw your tarot cards in a moment. Just look at the image of this. Look at the magic in your hands. The light that you are seeking is already within you. Follow those things that bring peace to your soul. Okay. Leo, shine. I just love it. This is one of those you couldn't write it. You have deer energy, which is about being very gentle, very calm, very kind. I think if we move this up here, we can have this card just here. I think that's going to work, maybe. Maybe we just sit it here. Okay. Leo, shine. Cairn, portal to the mystery. And Mish, divine madness. I totally. Actually, I think we need to put these cards all the way along. Do you know, just as literally I'm looking at this card, which for me always contains a lot of what I would call crow energy. How interesting, look at the feathers in her hair. I don't know if you can quite see that. There's a crow feather here, but a crow has just landed on my bird table. I'm actually reading today at home, and a crow has landed on my bird table. Gosh, there's loads of them. They're just coming in. Wow. Literally, as we've drawn this card. Now, I have put food out on my bird table hours ago, and all kinds of birds have come, but they have literally, it's almost like they're gathering. How interesting. Yeah, this crow feather, and then the feather here, which is not unlike the feather that you have in your reading. I'm going to put all these cards across the top. I think that's actually what we're meant to do. Just draw these over, put every single one of these cards along, and put this one up here too. Yeah, that is feeling perfect. Look at the eagle soaring, rising, the portal to the mystery. With Mish, divine madness, this is very much about an entry point or a rebirth. It tells us that the magic that has been hidden within can now emerge and be seen. You are literally, whatever the great blessing is, and we'll learn more from your tarot cards, but the real blessing is that you can be seen, and that you can be visible, you can shine. And there is a humbleness here as well. Shining with humbleness. I want to say go gently as well with the deer energy, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean just like be present to the joy, expression, joyful. Be present to the joy and the magic of every moment, because a portal of energy is opened for you. Look at the stone here. There's so many synchronicities showing up in your reading. Look at the stone here in this reading, in this card rather, and then we have a stone here. So similar energies, similar imagery. You've got feathers showing up. The crows are landing, coming in just as the crow feather shows up for you. Navigating between the worlds. For some of you, this could be the expression of your gifts. But overall, you can be visible. This is, if it's expression of your gifts, it's like being seen, being visible, not being afraid to be visible. If you've kept it quiet, kept your gifts quiet, now's the time for you to be visible. A portal is opening and you are to shine. You are to literally rise and to shine. It's like literally magic. Synchronicities, I think, are going to be very, very, very prominent in your world. If something happens and you think you wanted to do something and you go to do something. I had an example of this morning, so I will share it with you because it's like so much, it's such a good example of this. I went to book an event that I wanted to go to. It really interested me. The first time I tried to book it last week, there'd been a massive Windows update and loads of sites were down, including that one, so I couldn't book it. I went again to try and book it yesterday and it had sold out. And I was like really disappointed. And yet literally this morning, really early this morning, I checked my phone. I was thinking about making other plans. I literally, as I was leaving a message describing to a friend the plans that I would probably make as an alternative on that evening, I literally, while I was reading that, I get another invitation for something that I would not miss for the world. And I just thought, wow, synchronicities, synchronicities. Clearly, I was not meant to book for that other event because something else was coming that I would not miss for anything. So, this is the magic. So really, really lean into trust at this time. I think you will, doorway after doorway after doorway is to open for you. I think really, truly, you are rising. You are visible. You can be seen. Let's draw your tarot cards and see, can we get information about what or how you're being seen? Let me move that back. Okay. How are my pile ones seen? What is the visibility? What is this? I mean, I can see what the blessing is, 100%. But how does this arrive? How does it arrive? Can we get more detail? How are you seen? Is there a specific way that you're seen? Is there a specific way that this opens for you? Is it like general? Let's just ask for more information, please. Okay. Right. The first card we have that's visibly showing itself is justice. So I'm hearing justice will be served. If any of you have not been visible because you felt either persecuted or targeted, let's say for your gifts, you had to go underground. If something that has been happening in your world that was unfair, it's going to be righted. That's, that is the first message that I'm seeing from this card. We have the Two of Swords, or you have the Two of Swords, not we, you. You have the Moon. You have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Six of Wands. Let me see, I'm going to see if I can move this along because I think we're going to need a little bit more room to get all of your cards in. We have the Ace of Wands, wowzer. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the Judgment card. which in this pack always looks like the death card to me. It's really, really interesting. To start with justice and then end with judgment. How fascinating. And then bang in the middle, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, wow, wow. And pile 1, more wow. How incredible is that? My goodness me. Okay, let's dive in and really, really unpick all of the areas where blessings are potentially occurring for you. I am really, really gobsmacked by the incredible positivity of this. Portals are opening. Now, for some of you, it will be in a specific area. For others, it will be in many different areas, because as the energy within you shifts and you soar, it's like a bit like dominoes. It's a domino effect. One thing happens and things just click into place. One thing happens and all the dominoes just, like just all fall into place for you. So in your reading of many blessings, because I do think there will be, let me tell you what I'm seeing here. Firstly, I think there are going to be some things that you just did not see coming. So some complete and utter surprises. Absolutely, which is magical. Just stuff that you wouldn't have expected, like something that comes out of the blue and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? I think that with the Moon card, there will be heightened intuition. But you know what's really standing out to me is the dog here. I think you'll find that loyalty is coming through here. You'll find that people are loyal to you. Genuinely loyal. Almost as though people will come up from people who were always loyal to you. If you felt like you couldn't be visible, so for whatever reason, as you become visible, people come forward and say, I always believed in you. Yeah, I always knew that what they said about you wasn't true, or I always knew that something that was unfair. I was really uncomfortable about that. It's like people's loyalty comes to you. People justify. Things are justified in a sense of, if things haven't been okay previously in any area. I get the impression that there's been, with you being almost undercover, almost as if maybe there were other people who were also undercover, and then because you're rising and visible, because Mish Divine Madness does signify also that it signifies someone who was outcast, targeted, outcast, just because of who she was. And this is like that rebirth, the arrival, being you, rising, visible. And yeah, I think people's loyalties, that there'll be some amazing surprises that you just didn't see coming. And I don't think we're going to be shown them, and it wouldn't be appropriate to ask, because otherwise they wouldn't be a surprise. But I do think there are. I think loyalties, people are going to side with you. People will want to back you, have your back in a really amazing way. I think, things will be illuminated. So your feelings will be validated. Justified isn't quite the right word, but yeah, I think something along those lines. You'll be justified. Your position will be justified. I think there'll be generosity as well. There may be a windfall, or someone unexpectedly gifts you with something. It could be money. It could be literally resources. It could be their energy, their time. But I think someone offers you a gift. In terms of your relationships with the Six of Wands here, depending on your relationship status, but relationships across the board are going to be amazing. I think they'll move up a grade. So if you have been trying to find the right people to connect with, I think you will do so. Again, people will be loyal and committed. You'll find people that you can commit to because they are committed to you. And this could be love. It could be, for some of you, if you're single and you're looking for love, it could be a new romantic partner. If you're in an existing relationship, this could up its game. Somebody could make a commitment and move forwards. If it's a friend, they become closer. If you're not yet finding the right tribe or the right group of people, you find the right tribe and the right group. What I also see are things moving forwards fast. There's a real sense of new beginnings here. You have two aces. The Ace of Wands is your creative energy, the Kundalini energy. You are rising, and my goodness me, if any of you have suffered with any health issues that mean you've had a lack of energy, your energy is rising. You're going to be buzzing like you're on fire. Ace of Cups, I feel you will have emotional release and emotional delight, joy. Absolutely. It's like feeling in love, being in love with life and everything that comes with it. I think things are going to move forwards very, very fast. And with the Judgment card that always reminds me of the Death card in this, look at this angel with a saxophone here. It's a celebration. The Judgment Day for you, I think this is a celebration of you, of your expression, your creative expression. If any of you are working on any projects, my goodness me, they're going to get going. And they're going to move fast. There's going to be really a delight, really, really positive, favourable outcome. The Ten of Pentacles is like the lottery win of the tarot. It's, it's financially wonderful. It's the happy families card. You are rising. I think doorway after doorway is open for you. I think basically a portal of energy is open, and it's as if you're in it now. In fact, actually, I want to draw some runes for you. Bear with me. I'm just going to, I'm going to press the pause button and I'm just going to grab them. I'm really being called to use some runes for your reading. Wonderful. I have runes. Oh, a lovely handful coming out for you. You have, oh, wow. You have Fehu. This is nourishment. It's possessions. It's, look at the innocence of the deer. I'm just really drawn to this now, so I'll just dive into this. But this is, there's a purity in you. That's what this card is telling us. There's a purity in you, and I suspect that's probably why you were targeted. There's a purity in you, and now you are to rise, to shine, to be seen. This is ambition satisfied. Anything that you have been keeping under wraps is to come to the surface. This is the rune that I saw when I said to you, portals are open, or a portal is open, and I literally was shown this rune, Perth. And that's when I thought, oh, I'll go and get the runes. This is the rune of initiation. It's like a rite of passage. It's like travelling through a tunnel, but it's not a tunnel of darkness. It is like a portal of experience. This is a portal of expansion, and that's what you're travelling through. Look at this. You have movement as well. This is something gathering momentum. This is the bettering of any situation. You have Rado, the rune of journey. This is a personal journey of evolution. And you have fertility, which is, fertility teaches us that it's like the completion of beginnings. It means that things will be tied up easily that have been causing you to be suppressed or limited. Things are being wrapped up, they're completed. I always feel with fertility, it's almost like it's a rune. If it shows up with Perth, it's almost a rune that says this journey, this portal, it confirms that it is a portal and that something here is ended. You are now on this, the imagery that I would use to liken it, symbolically, it's a bit like a water chute, at a swimming pool, a great big water chute, and this isn't a whoosh. I mean, it is moving fast, but it's not like a roller coaster ride, but it would be like a water chute where you're in one location and you jump in and there's no stopping you. You can't actually be stopped. Your energy, your expansion, your expression cannot be stopped. Perhaps once it was stopped or suppressed by you or by others, but it can't now be stopped. And because of that, it is like this portal in time where you're moving from one space through this lovely Perth energy. It's like, the water's going in one direction, it's moving and it can't stop. The rune of movement is like a river gathering momentum. If you think, and I always think the energy of this, it's not like a bubbling stream or a waterfall. So it's not like a white water rapids energy. It's a bit like if you were looking at the earth from above and you look at a river as it winds its way to the sea, and it gets wider and wider and wider, and there's no stopping it really. If you were going to dam that river, it would be epic to do so because there's no stopping it. That's the flow. This is your journey, and this is really important, and everything that you have learned inwardly, outwardly to date is now going to be fully expressed and visible. Fertility is also, of course, actually at the end of that tunnel, as it were, that portal where the water is moving, gathering momentum. That's the point of fertility. And this is what's happening. You're in the portal. The portal is opening. If you're not there yet, it is coming to you. You're drawing it in. The magic will happen. You've always had it within you, but you just couldn't express yourself. You couldn't find that in you. For some reason, it couldn't be fully expressed. I'm not going to dive into the history. I don't think there's any need. I think all that matters in your reading is spirit and your spirit team letting you know that this is the gateway, the portal that you have been almost longing for, waiting for. There's no stopping you, beautiful souls. So jump on board that lovely little boat that's going to flow and gather momentum, the boat that is you. Rise and shine, big time. It will happen quite fast, but it's not a whitewater rapid ride. This isn't a grit your teeth and bear it. This is an enjoy every second of the journey. Just be in wonderment. Be in absolute wonderment at how the universe can synchronistically orientate for you. So if something doesn't happen, just almost like just sit and wait to see what comes next, because something will come instead, and it will be so much bigger and better. And the more you are in a space of receivership and of going with the flow here, going with this gathering of momentum, the more this will unfold for you so easily. There's a really refreshing feel about this reading. It's like coming into beautiful fresh air, beautiful light. Just amazing. The eagle, it's like it represents the east in a medicine wheel. It's a new dawn. I am blown away by your reading, Pile 1. The blessing that's imminent is mind-blowing in terms of what comes into your... It's like every area of your world expands, along with some really big surprises that you just didn't see coming. It's magic. Pile 1, I am loving your reading. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Now, today is Samhain or Beltane in the Southern Hemisphere. Just to let any of you know, if you're interested in learning to read the cards, my tarot course is half price for the month of November. It came because of a reading. So do check it out if that's of interest to you. Thank you, all of you who've already signed up. It is amazing to be connected with you all. Beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing you for another reading really soon. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever miss a reading. Do watch out for the 2026 Manifest with the Moon Astro Moon Diary, which is happening really soon. You will notice I put up a poll about the cover to get your views on which of the cover designs before I press the final button and the diaries go live in many locations. So do check those out as well. And just thank you so much for being here and being a part of this amazing community. Tons and tons of love, Pile 1. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Beautiful souls, you have the card of attention and the shell. I'm very reminded of when I was little. We used to pick up shells and hold them to our ears, and because we could hear the sea. You know, when you put it to your ear, there's something about the shape of it, the spiral of it, that creates an auditory experience. And look here, around her head, we have fish swimming around. So very connected to water. This is about removing resistance, surrendering to the flow of something. I wonder if it's also maybe hearing. Maybe you need to hear something. We're asking what great blessing is imminent in your life. Let's draw your oracle cards and find out more. My beautiful pile 2. Welcome everybody. Welcome so much. It's so good to be reading for you. I'm seeing this card. I don't know whether it's just one from this pack today. No, that doesn't feel right. Interesting. There is a kind of a little bit of resistance here. It's actually that one there I'm seeing. How interesting. I'm sort of feeling like almost this. I've got to listen. I've got to really listen to the cards. That's what's coming through here. Yeah, this one. How lovely. There's something to be listened to. Give your attention to something. How is this a great blessing? What's going on from a pile 2s? We've got an owl showing up. These are beautiful little cards. They have a message on the back. Let's read it. Let's have a look first. How interesting. Look in the shadows. There's a deer, a stag in particular. Stags are about leadership, and yet it's in the shadows. What's illuminated is the owl. Owls see in the dark. I think you need to pay attention to something. You need to see something. Never be afraid to voice your truth, as truth comes from a deep place within your soul. Okay. You have... You have the horse, you have the sun, you have balance, you have Sheila Nagig, fertility and creativity, and river flow. Yeah, you need to go with the flow on something here. Let's move our cards along and make sure we get everything in view for you. As a first off, just to make sure everything is visible for you. I think we can put that there and put the shower here. I think there is something that is calling to you. There's something you really want to birth into the world. There's something you want to move forwards with. And yet, for some reason, you're not actually taking action. So what's the great blessing? Is the great blessing that you do move it forwards, that you get... with the sun energy coming in and the horse, which is about power, that you're given something to push this forwards, or maybe something comes into balance. Maybe if there's resistance, maybe you've been trying to push something forwards. It's like with birth. When we try to push something forwards, it's like every force is met with an equal force. Maybe pushing has not been the right thing. Maybe you've needed to breathe in order to see something else, really, before you can then move forwards. Foxes are adaptable. They have flexibility. Go with the flow. We've got another owl here. I feel like these owls, I think there is something you need to listen to or pay attention to or see. It could be that there is something deep within you that you really desire and you want to birth it into the world, but you're not listening to it. For some reason, you're not connected to what it is that you really, really want. Or there's something you want, but you're not taking it seriously. Let's draw your tarot cards. What is this about for pile 2, please? May I kindly ask, what is this about? 2 of Swords. Yeah, there's something you're not seeing. Something requires your attention. You're not seeing it. What is this about? What are pile 2 not seeing? What are pile 2 not seeing at this moment in time? I'm seeing those for now. We'll draw more in a moment. What are pile 2 not seeing? We've got the 5 of Swords. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man. You have the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Okay. I think there's something... I want to say there's an opportunity right in front of you. And for some reason you're not seeing it, or there is resistance to it. But I actually feel as though you're not seeing the potential of it. You're not seeing actually how amazing this could be. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of harvest. The 6 of Pentacles is a card of, well, generosity. It's money coming in. It's resources coming in. There's something right that I do feel there's something that you could birth into the world. I think you want to, and yet for some reason, maybe you're not quite believing in its possibility. Excuse me. You're not quite recognizing that it could take off, that it could be... You know, I don't think you realise the true potential in this, or you're not looking at it from a balanced perspective. I think there is something that could really be very, very successful, and yet somehow you're not prioritising it or recognising. I think that you need to take the lead in order to move it forwards. I get the impression it's more about not seeing something than about you pushing too hard. Although these are very different energies. I mean, both are about, this is about going with the flow. I wonder if you're not taking something forwards because you don't really see its fullest. You don't see its fullest potential. Maybe you don't actually know what the next step would be. You don't know how to birth it into the world. You don't know how to make it happen. In which case, I wonder what, if a great blessing is imminent, what might happen to help you. Either to have a more balanced perspective or overcome your fears around making the decision to commit to it or to go to it. To go forward with it. May we kindly ask, let's formulate our question really thoughtfully here. Let's ask for some clarification, beautiful souls, around, in fact, let's ask for practical advice. Practical, pragmatic advice. Is there anything that my pile 2s actually need to do? Okay, I'm seeing this one and this one. Anything my pile 2s need to do? I love it when your cards pop out like this. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You've also, the one that just popped out was the Hierophant. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. I think you need to make a commitment to something and actually take action. And the challenge here is kind of like your belief in the possibility. It's like your belief in the possibility of this. It's a business idea, I think, or a project. This seems to be more about money, finances, your energy, your home. We do have, of course, the 2 of Cups. So to be fair, if this is about love, if there's someone you really like, really, really, really like, but you haven't had the courage yet to move forwards, you keep telling yourself they wouldn't be interested in you, well, I'd be going off and inviting them out on a date. Take the lead. I think you need to take the lead. I'm really getting the message now. I think that there is something. It's not that you don't see necessarily the potential. It's that you don't believe you can have the potential. That's the problem. You don't have the confidence in this. But remember, where you place your attention is what you are creating. You know, energetically, if you are sitting in a place of I can't have, then, the universe doesn't distinguish, in that way between, sort of, if you're thinking about what you want, but your energy is saying I can't have it, then the can't have it energy is weighing down the I want it. I think that's the real message here that's coming through, is the fact that there is something, and I do think it's right in front of you. I do think you see it, but you deny yourself the right to go after it because you don't believe, you either don't see how to, or you don't believe it's possible. This is about making a commitment, choosing to invest in it, and I think you will be thrilled with the outcome. So I think you do need to make a move of some sort. I asked about what pragmatically you needed to do. So there's like step by steps being shown here. Step 1, you have to actually truly acknowledge that this is what you want. You have to listen to your heart. Listen to your desire. Listen to your heart and believe in it. And then, instead of leaving that in the background, leaving the leadership, then you need to take an action, move forwards. This can come to fruition, it really can. I think you can see it. I think you do see the possibility. It's like you just don't quite believe it. Like you think, this could be amazing, but you also, maybe for some of you, it's a really big thing, a big idea. It's ambitious, and therefore there's a bit of you that says, how on earth will I ever get from A to B? Once you own that possibility and you start to initiate, maybe even reach out and have a conversation with somebody about, this is a really big dream I've got. It might seem crazy, but this is the dream I've got. You reach out. I think then the universe can orchestrate to sort of bring you the resources you need to make this happen. And if it's not a project, it's some kind of a connection, a partnership or a business partnership, you've still got to reach out. You have to initiate something. There's something in you that's not believing in this. It's full of, I think it's full of possibility, but somehow there is that resistance. Now, what I would like to know is, will the energy of Samhain, or indeed the energy of Beltane, if you're in the southern hemisphere, will the energy bring anything to help you? This great blessing, what will this bring? Or is this just saying, energy is behind you, the universe is backing you? Libra, balance, harmony, sometimes can indicate contracts when we see the scales of justice here. Is the universe, is spirit, is source bringing anything through Samhain? Is the Samhain energy or the Beltane energy bringing pile 2 anything in real terms to help them to initiate this or to move it forwards? We've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, now this is a card of burden, sometimes of responsibility. Ultimately, this card asks you, if you think of the higher vibration of it, it asks you to free yourself from something, to liberate yourself. We have the Moon. Okay. We have the Death card, Magnificent. Okay, and we have the Strength card. I'm going to need to, are we all in there? Let me just move this one along, and let's just move your cards along so we can see everything. Okay, I can see what's happening here. Right, the universe is actually going to bring you, or the energy of Samhain as it shifts, I think it's going to release you from something. Okay, It will release you from something that is either taking up your time or it's a burden of responsibility. I think you are to be released from something, so that something that weighs you down or keeps you in a place of self-belief, so that you can then fully commit to moving forwards, or something will happen that gives you the courage and the strength to make this commitment and move forward. So something is something's being let go of. Now this could be an inner thing or it could be an outer thing. I think we need to ask about inner things and outer things. I'm going to draw some runes as well in a moment. They came up in pile 1 to use, so I will use them. But let's ask about, could we ask about guidance and advice about anything that is being released inwardly? You have the Emperor. Gosh, so I would say you're being released from anything that stops you from stepping up. I mean, the Emperor is a card of leadership. And you have the Sun. Okay, I think your confidence. This is about confidence. Your something is being released that stopped you from feeling confident about moving forward. So your confidence is going to be coming in, hence the Sun showing up twice here. May I ask about external events? Okay, you have the Ten of Swords, the Lovers, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Gosh, these are interesting cards. Right. I think it's both an inner and an outer thing. I do think there is something specific in your life that is being removed. It's ending. Now, this could be your connection with people who have literally stabbed you in the back or caused you to doubt yourself. It could be people who have been a bit dishonest. Maybe in the past you have had experiences basically where you ended up being burdened by the emotional residue. That's what I'm seeing here. You were, I think, burdened by the emotional residue of like what was left over from events in the past where I think you have been hurt, you've been stabbed in the back, you've met people who were greedy, who were taking more than their takers, drains rather than radiators. And it stopped you from, I think it limited you from, or part of the emotional residue was that it stopped you from believing in or to be confident in your ability to make your choices. It's like deep down. If you were, for example, involved in a relationship that you thought was going to be lovely and it turned out to be really negative, and somebody who was a drain rather than a radiator, even though that's them, afterwards, very often it leaves this feeling of self-doubt. It's like, well, I made that choice. And it's almost like you then doubt your ability, or you wobble when you come to make a choice to step up and take the lead. Because you think, what if I make a mistake again? What if it goes wrong again? And this is what has been holding you back. So this is being removed. Your confidence is being built. Let's draw your runes. Your confidence is definitely being built or rebuilt. Look, your first rune is the rune of separation, Othilla, followed by Gibo, the rune of partnership, which is a gift. I think that there is going to be a really beneficial connection coming in. Now, this could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a partner, whoever it is. But I think there is a really beneficial person. This usually indicates a specific person. I think a really beneficial person is coming into your life to help you to shift from a place of self-doubt to a place of real confidence. We have the rune of ice. The ice, I think, can melt. And Mana's the rune of the south. I think that you have been in internally, something in you has been frozen in terms of your belief. Even though there's stuff in your world that you really believe in, you just feel like it could be amazing, but you absolutely just somehow you haven't moved it forwards. Someone is coming into your world who will melt the ice and enable you to see yourself for who you really are and in your fullest potential. So I think that the great blessing that is imminent, I think there already is something that's going to become, it's going to manifest into the glorious thing that you believe it can be. What's going to happen is that someone comes in to help you with that, to remove the burden of the past and to enable you to build in strength and courage, to know that you can be yourself and not be kind of targeted or ripped off. This is what's coming, and I think the energy and the essence of your own spark, your own aliveness comes to you, and that removes the blocks and the resistance to taking this forwards. Then you can take action because you're going to feel excited. You're going to feel passionate about what you're moving forwards because you feel confident about reaching out. Someone's coming in who's really going to big you up. So pay attention. Pay attention to your deepest desires and then open yourself to receive the support and the joy and the love and the people coming in saying, that's the most amazing idea. I can't believe you're going to do this. This is incredible. Let people support you. Allow yourself to receive that support. And then from that place, with confidence, strength, courage, you can take the steps needed to reach out to that person or to move that project forward, or whatever it is that you need to take that first step. You'll be able to do it from a place of great joy. My beautiful pile 2, this is your reading, and beautiful souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a privilege to read for you. Beautiful souls, if you're interested in learning to read, my tarot course is half price during the month of November. Came about through a reading. And if you'd like to make sure you never miss any of my readings as soon as I upload them, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon. And thank you for being here and for all of the support, the liking, the sharing, and of course the subscribing, all these things that help the channel. I am sending you all the love in the world. My beautiful souls, have an amazing Samhain, or indeed Beltane. And gosh, I almost forgot, the 2026 Manifest with the Moon Astro Moon Diary will be live very soon. If you didn't see it, do check out the poll. I put up a poll and we've got several options on the final cover design, and I just thought I'd put it out there and see what you guys preferred. So do join that poll. Let me know which cover you prefer, because literally in the next few days I can sort of press the go button. But I'm literally, what a lovely new beginning. What a time to herald that turning point. So do check out that poll and let me know which of the covers you like best, and then we'll make it happen. It will go live and be available for you. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have support and the Hagstone. It's beautiful stone. Okay. Now, this is a card that speaks about finding the right people, having the right people around you. So let's find out what great blessing is imminent. What's the shift in the energy bringing for you? Now, these cards are beautiful. They have messages on the reverse of them. I'll read it to you in a moment. Let's draw your oracle cards first. Now, I'm seeing this one. What great blessing is imminent? It does feel in your reading as if there really is a shift that's about to happen. I mean, that's just what I'm literally feeling, as if there will be like quite a big vibrational shift, really, is what's coming through. I'm seeing that one just literally in there. Okay. May we kindly ask for a message about a great blessing, a shift. What is this shift about? It doesn't feel quite right. I wonder if it will be quite specific. Like almost you testing the waters, seeing what feels right and what doesn't. My goodness me, you will be getting a great blessing. You have unicorn, you have cultivate, Taurus, 7th house relationship, and Mish, divine madness. Now the card of Mish does indicate a rebirth. It really does. And let me move these along for you. Unicorn is just a blessing. I mean, it's a blessing. Let's read the back of this. Love yourself for the courage you've shown to arrive at your best version today. Okay, look at you with flowers in your hair. Now, the energy of Mish. Now, this card came out in pile 1. If you were drawn to pile 1, there may well be a message there for you, and I would strongly recommend you check it out if that is the case. Now, I think the blessing is actually someone with 7th house relationship. I think it is, because this is about people. This is about finding the right people, the right tribe, the right people who mirror the vibration that you want to uphold. There's an energy of discernment in this card. In a way it asks you to be very conscious. I'm just going to put the hagstone up here. It asks you to be very conscious of the people that you bring into your life, to only choose to bring people in who resonate at the vibration that you want to maintain. With the unicorn, I mean, this is a blessing. Unicorn energy is just magical. Taurus, cultivate. I think there may be somebody in your world already, but it's in the early stages of a relationship. And I think the great blessing that's imminent is that it will build. I think you will come to realize that they are a really powerful influence. They're going to be a powerful influence in your life, and a very positive one. If you don't have anyone in your world who you feel really, really mirrors you or resonates with you, or who you can really trust, then somebody's coming. But this is a relationship in its early stages, and I think it already is a blessing, but you may not realize how big a blessing this person is. For some of you, there could even be more than one, but it feels to me like a key person. And this is worthy of cultivating this relationship. Let's draw your tarot cards. Maybe Samhain, the energy of, or Beltane, the energy and the shift in this energy. Perhaps the shift will also help the raising of the vibration or of this connection moving forwards in some way. The card, the energy of Mish, it does speak of someone who was put down, targeted, outcast, who then kind of comes into her own. Let's see. Wow, your cards are flying out. What is this great blessing? Or can we get more information about this person? Could be somebody. I do think it's somebody who maybe is around you already, and maybe, which is why it's needing to be cultivated. You may not realize what a blessing they are yet, but it's going to become one in a really big way. We'll look at these cards first, and then we will draw more if we need to, and runes as well. So you have the 5 of Pentacles. Now this is very much about being left out in the cold, rejected, persecuted. So it's the opposite of what we want. It would be like the shadow side of this card. We then have the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, the Star. This is lovely. Oh my goodness me. The Three of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Moon. I think the moon's come out in every reading. Isn't that gorgeous? Ace of Cups and Judgment. Okay. How fantastic. Look at the way those cards just fitted perfectly. Someone is either in your world already or they're going to be. And I think that they are a perfect fit for you. They really, really are. I think there will be an incredible loyalty in this person to you. They will resonate with you. They will mirror with you. This is most definitely about a someone coming in. It's a relationship reading. Now, this could be, if you are single, this could be love. It could be someone you already know and it's going to develop. You can cultivate it. It's going to grow. Or it could be a dear friend or someone who you... It could even be someone where there was a separation with Mish, maybe a previous separation, and it would be like coming back together with someone and realizing that they've really grown. Maybe you've grown, they've grown, and now you're in the right zone together. Now you resonate. Maybe you didn't resonate and you parted company, and it may have been a difficult parting. You may have felt completely pushed out by them. Or you may have felt like you had to push them out. So, or just ignored, or, whatever that might be. But this is a relationship where it's absolutely worthy of cultivating. From a place of challenge, we move to a place of connection, of hope, of optimism, of joy, of commitment. Someone who can walk side by side with you. Somebody who gets you, really gets you. I think this relationship is going to go from strength to strength. I think loyalty will develop. I think loyalty and love will develop, actually. This is going to be a genuine relationship where you really, really care about one another. And this is the great blessing. It's definitely a relationship. But what type of relationship it is, I don't know. Given that this is a general reading and it's here to reach many, I think in a way, it's better, I think, to just voice it generally, because it could be like your best mate. It could be a group of people, a small circle of people that you just resonate with. It could also be the love of your life. It could be somebody you have disconnected with. I do feel there's been some friction either in your world personally, where you've had to start to be very discerning about who you have in your world. And rightly so, energetically, there's a recognition that, it's not worth investing in relationships with people where it's going nowhere. We have the Judgment card. In a way, I feel, because we see, this always reminds me of the Death card, but we do see a couple here, in a wedding. It's like a wedding gown, but they also look like, this is why I think of it as the Death card. But maybe this is a card where judgments and criticisms would be a thing of the past. Because it's got that sort of death and rebirth energy. Seeing an angel celebrating in the background. I feel there genuinely could be some sort of history, around you. So I do feel for many of you there is something of that nature, some kind of history where it was interrupted with difficulty. There was a challenge to that connection. But I think that this is now, that's been removed. And this is absolutely worth investing in. It's lovely. I feel, judgment, criticism is a thing of the past. Whatever caused you to, if this is someone coming in from your past where you've already had a connection, but maybe it got started off on a rocky footing. I don't know. For some reason, something maybe just didn't feel quite right. But this is now going to start moving forwards, whatever that was. It's like whatever judgments were in the way, I think they are now removed. I think this is absolutely lovely. It's definitely a relationship of some sort, and that's the great blessing that Samhain or Beltane is bringing. It's really lovely. I think it might be kind of interesting. I'm going to draw some runes for you, but it would be interesting to see, maybe see if we can get a bit more information. How does it emerge? You know, around the timing of Samhain or Beltane if you're in the southern hemisphere. Let's draw some runes and ask first. Maybe kindly find out about the timing of this, really. So you have Isa. You have Perth. So ice, the rune of ice, or standstill, followed by the rune of Perth, which is the rune of initiation, followed by Wunjo, which is the rune of joy, and followed by strength, Uruz. This is beautiful because this is symbolized by the ox, and we have an ox here, Taurus energy. Right, this is going to go from strength to strength. That's what I want to say. I feel like it's almost as if the shift of energy at Samhain or Beltane, it's almost as if it opens up an opportunity. I'm sure I just saw that card move. It kind of had a little fidget. And this is the card that symbolises the rebirth of something. Sometimes someone coming back in who might once have thought badly of you and now reveres you, or could revere you, or will revere you. Okay, so I think what has been very steady and thoughtful, almost as if it's sort of at a standstill, because maybe you have both been hesitant, or you have been hesitant because you're discerning. You're very discerning now. You're really discerning about who you want in your world. I think something is initiated. We've got the Six of Pentacles, somebody reaching out. Somebody may even come forward and give you a gift. But one way or the other, and but maybe the gift just is them, or maybe you are the gift. But I think somebody might actually reach out to you. Maybe they are the gift. But I think there's an initiation. It's like something comes through from this person. And when I say a gift, it might not be a physical gift. The gift is that it shows you that this is a connection worthy of investment. So it's like I think this person is a blessing, but it is as if they demonstrate, and that's the gift. They do something that ultimately is a gift, and it demonstrates that this is genuine, this is worthy of investing in. They resonate with you, they get you, they're interested in you, they see you, they want to know you. And I think, and there's real joy in this. It's a turnaround point. Wunjo, the rune of joy, is a rune that symbolises a new dawn. It's a magnificent new beginning. It's like if you were walking through, early. If you're walking at sunrise and there's a mist, and then suddenly the mist rises and the sky clears and you can see everything in beautiful colour. That's the energy. It is as if you see them and they see you in a very new light. And I think that's the gift. Something, either they reach out to you or something happens, something is either said or offered, and that in itself is almost like it's a blessing that rubber stamps the blessing. That's the best way of putting it. And it's like the signs are there. You know that this is worth investing in. So your hesitation, which is down to discernment and down to history, whether that's previous relationships generally, or this is specific to the two of you, something is moving forwards, and it rockets. I mean, it moves forwards. The energy increases. It gathers momentum, moves from strength to strength. And loyalty, there's a real loyalty. Maybe they demonstrate something that proves or demonstrates that they have a loyalty to you, or that they're interested in you. I think it's genuine, basically, with the Ace of Cups. It shows that there isn't a judgment of either the past or of there's something that's no longer judged or criticised. Maybe you once thought that they judged you or criticised you, and maybe they didn't really. but you thought they did. Or indeed maybe they did and you've both grown and you're in a very different place. Or indeed this is someone new coming in, and if it's someone new, they demonstrate that they're not judging you. They are different to the previous relationships you've had in the past. Very different. Someone does something that proves to you this is worthy of investment. I think this is lovely. This is the blessing and then the extra blessing. The blessing that rubber stamps the blessing. That's what I will say. Let's see where this goes. Queen of Wands. This is the card of transformation. This is spark, it's energy, it's creativity, it's passion, it's absolute joy. This is the Queen. Something transforms. That one's spun out. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Well, this is the card of happy families. This is, I always think, the lottery win of the tarot, but this is it. It's joy, it's community, it's family, it's connection, it's love. And look at the dog, relaxing, being playful, loyalty, love, this is happy families. So yeah, I think this relationship is going to be utterly joyous, whatever it is, and whatever this connection is. If it's a business partnership, maybe there'll be an offer, but it's an offer that demonstrates a commitment to you, demonstrates that there's a loyalty to you, demonstrates that, you're seen, that if it's a business connection, that this is going to resonate with you. This connection would resonate with you. You're singing on the same page. So there's definitely, maybe this could even be like a company that, maybe you once applied for a job and didn't get it. And then suddenly you apply and they're like, wow, you are just the perfect fit for us. And you're like, well, I once applied. And yeah, they're like, yeah, but the timing wasn't right then. And now it is. And, wholeheartedly, something can now move forwards joyously, absolutely joyously. This is wonderful. It really is absolutely wonderful. Pile 3, I'm loving your reading. Beautiful souls, if you're interested in learning to read tarot cards, my tarot course is half price for the entire month of November. Do check it out. I'll put a link below. Thank you for being here. If you want to make sure you never miss a reading, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon. That way the reading should come into your stream. And I am sending you all the love in the world. Oh, and if you haven't checked it out, I put up a poll about the 2026 Astro Moon Diary is about to go live. It will be live really, really imminently. When it does, we just had a couple of different colour options, variations for the cover. And I put up a poll to see what you guys wanted. I thought it would be nice to see how you felt, what your preferences were, how many of you had a preference for different colour, just like different variations in the colour. So if you haven't checked it out, do quickly, if you're watching this as I've uploaded it, do check it out, because I will call the shot in the next few days and move those diaries forward so they will then become available. But yeah, do have a quick look at the covers. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tons and tons of love, Pile 3.